Ho, ho, ho! A holiday tradition continues. The KelbyOne's Screamin' Deals is here. Every year we do this. It is so much fun. So what's going to happen is, at the top of the hour, every hour, we're going to tell you about a Screamin' deal from one of our friend vendors at KelbyOne's. So these are people that we know. They have stuff to do with photography and Photoshop. And so we're going to do a deal at the top of every hour, and we're also going to tell you about some KelbyOne deals. And then these are the kinds of deals that are so amazing, such screaming deals, they wrap up in a day. So it's going to wrap up in many cases by midnight tonight. And our screaming deals for KelbyOne, I'll tell you about the time frame for those. So if you want to take advantage of any of the Screamin' deals all day long, make sure you do it right away. That's what the Screamin' Deals special is all about. And I'm going to jump in by talking about our friends at ON1. Now, ON1 is great. It's great software, plugins that do amazing things. And I want to give you a little bit of behind the scenes and some information from our friends at ON1. And then we'll go through each of the items that ON1 has available, and then we'll tell you about the Screamin' deal. So we're going to jump in and start with ON1. Now, ON1, for over a decade, ON1 has provided award-winning software to millions of photographers worldwide. We accomplished this at ON1 by being different than other photo software companies, and you'll see that in their products and services. ON1, of course, prides themselves on putting the photographer first, and that means ON1 customers have complete control over every aspect of their photography. Now, it'll help to understand the ON1 mission a little bit. They deliver the tools photographers need to organize, edit, and share photos and provide professional quality image processing the creative photographers desire, the service photographers deserve, and keep photographers in control of their own photography. Let's jump into ON1 No Noise AI. And the cool thing about AI, it intelligently removes image noise by leveraging ON1's AI-based machine learning to remove luminance and color noise while maintaining the ultimate amount of details in the photos. It separates itself from other noise reduction applications by producing ultra-fast results, an auto mode that recovers and enhances amazing amount of detail in photos, and the ultimate workflow integration as a plugin for Lightroom and Photoshop. Now, ON1 No Noise AI, this is really cool stuff. This is behind the scenes, and I've not heard this description before. They tackle this noise reduction in raw photos because noise starts in raw photos at its core. Most of the noise in digital images comes from the results of the demosazing, I hope I'm saying that right, process. Now, that's where it converts the raw data into an ordinary digital photo. At low ISO levels, most raw processors do an excellent job during the demosazing process. However, at high ISO noise levels, the errors really increase, and therefore the noise increases as well. The advanced AI neural networks behind ON1 No Noise AI work at the deep raw level. They're trained to detect and reduce noise before the raw data is converted into a photo, and that prevents the noise from propagating further up into the image processing pipeline. It can tell better the difference between image noise and small details in an image to help maintain sharper details and reduce false color. I love that explanation. It really does help. Of course, I'm a photography nerd. Let's jump into ON1 Effects. This is a plug-in powerhouse, and it features over 30 adjustable filters that can be stacked and blended to create unique looks. It comes with the best collection of built-in photo effects, filters, LUTs, and presets, and all curated by professional photographers. ON1 Effects allows photographers to instantly style any photo and create any look in just a few clicks. The precision masking tools included in ON1 Effects also let you go beyond what's available in Capture One. AI masking local adjustments, and stackable filters make On-One Effects a tool every photographer wants in their virtual darkroom. On-One Effects goes beyond the basic edits that you can accomplish in Capture One with a range of new creative options, including borders, glows, blurs, dynamic contrast, glows and textures, and sunshine, lens flares, and weather effects. It's also the perfect solution for recreating realistic film and darkroom techniques. It's an incredibly powerful tool, On-One Effects is. Now let's talk a little bit about Portrait AI. The new On-One Portrait AI 2021 uses machine learning to find every face in your photo and make them look great automatically. It analyzes each face and it adjusts the right amount of retouching to the skin, eyes, and mouth, giving you professional results in no time. Batch processing portraits is one of the key benefits of using Portrait AI as a plugin for Capture One. You can easily retouch an entire shoot automatically. Wow, that's amazing. It's the perfect solution for client proofing and fast turnaround, and that really makes a difference in the portrait world. On-One Portrait AI also comes fully equipped with controls and tools for fine-tuning images, smoothing skin, reducing shine, whitening eyes and teeth, and a whole bunch more. I definitely need On-One Portrait AI for just my face in the real world. On-One Resize. Now this is really cool. The best-selling photo enlargement tool features On-One's industry-leading genuine fractals technology. Resize 2021 is a must-have for the highest quality enlargements and prints. Crop, resize, and sharpen your photos all at once while maintaining an extraordinary amount of detail. It can even add wings for printing on canvas or tile your images for mosaics. Very cool. On-One HDR, I love HDR photography. HDR creates flawless natural HDR photos that combine the highlight and shadow details from a bracket of exposures. Customers can also easily control the movement such as clouds and running water with a live preview. It includes the tools needed to creatively optimize your HDR photos as well. These include powerful stackable filters for enhancing the HDR look. The flexible masking tools allow photographers to combine multiple versions of the same photo together for replacing skies, and the retouching tools for removing all those distractions. Now, let me tell you about the deal. 50% off. You hear that? 50% off the On-One Professional Plugin series. The code you want is Kelby Savings, all one word, all caps. It's good through, get this, 12/3/2022. And look, do a screenshot of what's on screen right now, because that's where the short code is for jumping there quickly on the web. kel.by/SD1. That's Screamin' Deals #1, the first Screamin' deal that we have. So very cool deal from our friends at On-One, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to go through their software and tell you a little bit about it, because a lot of people have seen some of the results of On-One and they don't really understand that it's this bundle of different software and multiple plugins. Very cool stuff. 50% off the On-One Professional Plugin series. Kelby Savings is the code, and it's good through 12/3/2022. And just go to kel.by/SD1. Now I want to tell you about a KelbyOne deal. This is really cool. We do this every year on Screamin'. I started to call it Cyber Monday. It's not Cyber Monday anymore. Isn't it like Cyber Month almost? But today is Screamin' Deals, and that never changes. That's awesome. So Screamin' Deals, the KelbyOne Pro Annual Membership, best deal of the year. The Pro Annual Membership is available for $149. So go to KelbyOne.com, and that ends tomorrow. It's not the same end date as the On One stuff. This is the Kelby One deal. It ends tomorrow at midnight Eastern, actually 11:59 Eastern, so 1 minute before midnight on the 29th. Today is the 28th. Tomorrow is the 29th. It ends at midnight Eastern tomorrow. Now, you also have access to another KelbyOne's special deal, and that's conference replays. KelbyOne is known for all kinds of fantastic training, and we do these really cool 2-day conferences all year long. And they're about all kinds of different things, and you can jump in and see what all these conferences are that have happened this year. And the conferences are going to be at different prices for different conferences, but there's 2-day conferences, and then there's also the bigger conference, the Photoshop World Conference, and each of these is going to be available only on the Screamin' Deals time, that you can buy these at a discount, and then you can replay or play back all of the conference training sessions, all of the learning and training that happened in these conferences is replay backable. That's a word that I made up. It's replay backable for a year, and you can buy each conference in replay mode for an entire year, and this is the only going to be available at KelbyOneLive.com. KelbyOneLive.com. Make sure you note that, KelbyOneLive.com. Now, I said there are a whole bunch of these 2-day conferences, plus there was Photoshop World, which is multiple days, and I wanted to give you a little peek behind the scenes at just one of these conferences. Before I do that, just a couple quick reminders. The On One deals rolling out now. On One is allowing you to save 50% on the Professional Plugin series. The code is Kelby Savings, and it's good through 12/3/2022. And that's available if you go to kel.by/SD1. That's wrapping up on the 3rd, 12/3/2022. The Kelby One Annual Pro membership for $149, that's KelbyOne.com. Go there. And finally, the conferences, KelbyOneLive.com, where you can get a special deal on those conferences, the best deal ever. You'll never get a better deal on those replays for the conferences. And let's have a peek at just one of those conferences so you get an idea what this is all about. Then you'll be excited for the conferences that are coming next year. But this conference was the Lightroom conference. So let's have a look at the Lightroom conference and come back at the top of the next hour for even more Screamin' Deals.
So there are some things that we decided to do early on to make our online training really resonate with photographers and make it an immersive experience. We're in Manhattan with a ballerina from the New York City Ballet. Or when we teach you travel photography, you're right there with the instructor in the streets of Paris or Venice, learning everything from the camera techniques to the photography techniques to the camera settings. We're flying a squadron of warbirds in formation off the coast, and you're right there in the chase plane, and you see it all unfold right in front of you. Whether we're in the studio or out in the field, you're right there every step of the way with 24/7 access. You can watch it on your desktop or laptop, your tablet or your phone. We even have an Apple TV app. You can also take classes offline, so if you're traveling, you don't have internet access, you can still keep learning. We've put together learning tracks that start you off by suggesting specific classes. And when you're done with that, you're ready to start exploring more than 800 classes. If you think your best images are still inside you, let us help you break through that, take you to the next level. We'll see you in class.